All right. Hey folks, this is Shane. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Now, I am a big fan of the backpacking YouTube scene, and during that there's a lot of trail vlog videos which are kind of hit or miss on popularity. And I always wanted to kind of do that format here, but I didn't know how it would take off. But not too long ago, Thomas K4 SWL did a long format hiking or a trail vlog style video they called the walk and talk, so I might as well give it a shot myself. So I'm on a trail, might as well start vlogging, huh? Now, I don't have a gimbal or anything, so it may be a little shaky, but if you don't like it, you can just stop watching or work on something else and treat this like a podcast. Probably my favorite hiking loop goes along the St. Croix River here. On the other side is Minnesota, but whatever. It's been a busy couple days, week for me, ham radio wise. Not doing a lot of activations, but getting gear situated. Winter Field Day kind of reignited a spark in me to get some focus back on emergency comms type stuff. That, and along with some really great content that's been coming out lately from the likes of the Tech Prepper and Julian, Oscar Hotel, 8 Tango November. I probably screwed up that call sign, but you know who I'm talking about. And Jason, KM4ACK. They're on the more of the preparedness side of things, and that's more of a draw for me. I like that's kind of how I got into ham radio in the first place, is for doing stuff like this, solo backpacking hikes. It's nice to have an alternative method of communication, so I kind of got lured in with, packet radio, APRS, that kind of stuff. And ironically, I don't do any of that, or hardly any of that. So I'm gonna make an effort now to get more involved with that. I just wrote a blog post about this topic, and some more thoughts came to mind since I published that, so I figured, since I do some of my best thinking when I'm hiking, to just do one of these trail vlogs. So in that vlog post, which will be linked in the description below of this video, I talked about focusing on two methods of digital communications that, again, the Julians, the Tech Preppers, the Jasons talk about a lot, and that's JS8 call and WinLink. Specifically those two. WinLink especially for me, because the majority of the people that I talk to are not hams, or that I'd want to talk to in an emergency, I should say, are not hams. And even the hams I know, not very many of them even know what JS8 call is. And as JS8 call is a very powerful and useful tool, WinLink seems like the one that I need to learn first, because it's email, right? People who've never seen a ham radio can be very efficient with email. I mean, I don't want to sound demeaning, but even my youngest relatives, nieces and stuff, can pound out an email without even thinking about it. So if I get up to speed on WinLink, that'd be a great way, not even in emergencies, but just when I'm on a multi-day backpacking trip, to send everybody a quick, hey, how's it going, via email. They don't have to do anything special. Now granted, I do have my Garmin InReach Mini, which can do the same thing via text, but you know, it's nice to have a little redundancy. So that's my first focus going forward, is to get more proficient. Well, I shouldn't say get more proficient. Get started in WinLink. I don't even have an account yet, so that's being fixed. And I'm also getting some gear updates to make it a little easier. I have the MobiLink TNC that I've used with my handheld, so I can, once I get going, I should be able to send emails through WinLink pretty easily on 2 meters, but I'll get the hookup so I can put onto the 891 and use HF bands as well. So what you'll probably, well, not probably, what you're going to be seeing, because I'm committing myself to doing that now by making this video that maybe 10 people will see and hold me accountable to, is I need to start doing that more and make it a habit. A lot of us that do summits on the air and parks on the air, we've adopted the slogan from Hammers that every day is field day. And for me, I'm not living up to that. I mean, sure, I experiment with different setups with antennas, and I'm becoming more and more efficient on my portable setups, finding what gear works for me and what doesn't for different situations. But I'm still just making random contacts on single sideband. I'm not doing anything targeted, and that's where things like JS8 call and WinLink will come in handy, and other packet radio type stuff. You know, I can be coordinating with others through JS8 call, and then email again. I'll keep saying that. So maybe if anybody wants to help me stay accountable, maybe we can start sending JS8 call messages or WinLink to each other, especially when I'm out doing POTA. You can even remind me of stuff like that. And I encourage others to do the same thing. A lot of us have a preparedness-minded e-comms undertone to our portable radio stuff, or all amateur radio stuff. Maybe we can start working together to help make sure that we stay on the path. So you will be seeing more of that in future videos. And if you don't, gently remind me in the comments that you saw this video and I'm not living up to my promises. I could probably use your help. So, with JS8 call, I have the software downloaded onto my Toughbuck laptop. I've tried using it on my ICOM 705 because that's the most straightforward way to go. And I think I've tried it on the 891 without much success. Using, I can't remember the name of the device that you hook up in between. Yeah, whatever. One of those things. Not the MobiLink, but a different one that's pretty popular. I gotta get that figured out and start doing that more. So, what else? Oh yeah, I say ooh. I've been saving up my money for quite a while now for a Yaesu ATOS 120 antenna. Now, you know, I do a lot of backpacking, and that's my preferred style of doing portable, although I have a lot of fun doing portable right from the vehicle or off the tailgate or the hood or what have you, or a picnic table. So the ATOS really never appealed to me because I just kind of like my infed half waves and my speaker wire antennas. But after seeing some recent videos from Mike K MRD and how excited he is over his. It's always fun watching his videos when he gets excited because he gets giddy, and that makes me giddy too. I love his enthusiasm. And he's done a few videos, and that thing works surprisingly well. And it's pretty slick. I mean, it's with me having a Yusu 891 and doing as much portable parks on the air stuff as I do, it's kind of silly that I don't have one. I mean, the things do perform. They work, I mean, seamlessly with the 891, which I already have. And our YouTuber, I don't know if you've seen him, Stuart M0OVG, or is it MO0VG? Either way, it's Stuart Moovg from England, UK. He does a lot of parks on the air, and he does it with his 891 and ATOS. And recently he made a contact with Antarctica with the ATOS. So yeah, it's not an ideal antenna, but you know what? If you can go from the UK to Antarctica, I think it works. And the nice thing about those is there's no setup involved pretty much at all. I mean, if I have the thing, it's just turn on the radio and go. So I see myself, or not see myself, I'm going to be doing this. I ordered the antenna, and for now just a standard universal lip mount for the hood. I'll mount the mount on the hood of my truck, run the coax through the firewall, and just kind of keep that rolled up underneath the dash or out of the way. I'm not going to permanently mount my 891 to the truck. I'll have that antenna mount put up there. So then it's just a matter of me plugging the coax into the radio and the radio into a battery, and away I go. So no more freezing my fingers off trying to put up a antenna when it's 10 below out, like last weekend when I went out and did a activation with TO. Hard to believe that a week ago it was 10 below out, and now it's getting close to 30 and I'm out, no gloves, no heavy jacket, no nothing, you know. It's kind of nice, but I digress. So why I bring up the ATOS? Well, it goes back to the preparedness thing. That is such a quick and easy setup. I can leave that on my truck all times, and if there's an Aries Races type thing, you know, around here, if I'd ever get called to that, it's probably not going to be 75 degrees out and sunny. It might be the dead of winter and there's an ice storm. Oh, here comes somebody. We'll pause for a minute. All right. Like I was saying, if I had to help out at a Aries Races type thing, it's not going to be 75 and sunny probably. It may be an ice storm in the dead of winter or tornadoes in the summer. Not the time to be outside. So being able to man a checkpoint or road crossing or something in the winter without having to leave the truck to send an email or a text message in a place where I don't have cell coverage, which is quite a lot of places around here, that ATOS could be pretty handy. So that was the logic that kind of got me saving up the money, besides all the fun that Mike and Stuart are having with theirs. I think it's going to be a worthwhile endeavor. So that is on its way, and I'll get it in time within the next week or so, I would assume. And then I'll have it installed. I'll install it. I can do that. And hopefully get all the bugs worked out before the last weekend. Hang on, I'll switch hands here. for the last weekend in February, because then I'm really looking forward to this, and that's kind of where the e-coms boost in my thinking has come from too, is when I'll be volunteering to support a weekend cross-country ski event up by Hayward, Wisconsin, which is called the Bricky Binder. 2 races, the Bricky Binder and the Quartalupit. No, I didn't make those words up. They're big time, long distance cross-country ski races, and fellow hams will be at different checkpoints and warming huts to provide a little support. I'm going to be camping out in a parking lot. Oops, I'm tipped down, sorry about that. I'll be camping out in a parking lot the whole time, so besides doing the support for that, I hope to be doing maybe some HF stuff portable from my ice shelter, my little fish shack, fish hut, from where I'll be lodging. And hopefully by that time I'll be doing a little GS8 call and FT8 and all that kind of stuff. So I have no idea how long I've been talking, but at any rate, the point of this is I got to take all these little adventures I do playing parks on the air, summits on the air, and use that time to my advantage to learn some new skills and brush up on some old ones, and don't waste any opportunities. So I don't know if any of that was worth your time, but if you're still watching this, I greatly appreciate it. And just a little food for thought type of stuff. I don't know for sure if I'll put this directly onto YouTube, but may just be attached to that blog post I created. But either way, hopefully somebody got something useful out of this, or at least enjoyed a nice scenery. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.